What's going on, guys? Rich here, Sean here, and the famous Bubbles here. In today's video, we're going to talk about the 5 dumbest things that we've ever done when lifting weights. So it should be a fun one today. Sean, I'm going to let you lead it off. What is one of the dumbest things you've ever done when it came to lifting weights over the last couple of decades by now, probably?
I feel like this is all of my list is going to be something that everyone has done at some point. So if this is you, catch those mistakes before we did. My number one is ego lifting. When I first started working out, I would lift heavy for the sake of lifting heavy. I wanted everyone at the gym to see how much weight I was lifting. Number one, my form sucked, so I wasn't getting the results I wanted. Number two, I was really increasing my risk for injury when I was 20 years old. Not a big deal, but over time, the body accumulates that pain, and I'm kind of paying it for it now. So ego lifting, number one in my books. There's just so many issues that go down the road when you ego lift.
So for myself, I can tell we have two different concepts already. So his is going to be probably a little more generic. Mine's going to be a little more story-based. So for me, I guess you could say too much volume is a mistake, but in particular, 24 sets on an arm day workout. So too much volume ways to do when training, but on one particular day on my arm days, I literally did 24 sets on my arms, over an hour long. I remember leaving the gym, like my arms be trash. The point being here, guys, is yes, volume is like a U-shaped curve, and you obviously need sets, reps, and weights to increase your muscle mass, but it also goes down, and there's a point of diminishing returns, and too much is no good. So if you're doing 24 sets for arms, not a great thing, guys. Lower the volume, focus on intensity.
All right, so we got one down. Rich is going to start with number 2.
Okay, so this is a story base, and Sean was actually there for this moment. I don't know if you know where I'm going with this or not.
Squat.
Exactly. So I was literally paralyzed, guys, from my waist down for a few hours after squatting. And here's the story. I think I was squatting with you that day, right? Or were you in the gym? I can't remember.
I was at the gym. We were working out separately.
Okay, working out separately. So I'm squatting one day. I think I did like 185 for the first set for like 8 reps. And I knew something didn't feel right in my lower back kind of hip region. And something just kind of felt a little bit numb. But at the time, I was like 21, 22 years old. I'm like, you know what? Screw it. We're going to add on more weight. We're going to do another set. So I think I jacked up to about 215, 225. Few reps in, I knew something severely was wrong. I unracked the weight, and I literally could not even walk. I had to get Sean and a couple other gym members to help carry me down the gym floor. Like, no joke, guys. I could not feel my one leg at all. So the point being, and the dumbest mistake I made is I felt pain on my warm-up set, quote-unquote warm-up set, pretty heavy, but I still continued to push through, and I just basically did not listen to my body. Fun times. What do you have, buddy?
It's funny because I have very similar ones to both of yours, but obviously framed totally different. So my number 2 is very similar to what you said with number 1, but in a different context. And that's prioritizing isolation movements over compound movements. I've made the exact same mistake Rich did, doing way too many bicep curls. I would do too many chin-ups instead of actual pull-ups, which technically is compound, but I did it so much I would add a bunch of weight that my elbows started hurting. And by doing more isolation versus compound movements in general, there's a 2-pronged issue here. Number 1 is you're not really building that foundation. A lot of the benefits that you can get from your biceps, you can do with a lot of pulling exercises. So rows, lat pull down, other pull-ups, instead of just doing bicep curls. And you also get a lot more support. So number 2, the biggest problem, and this is what happened to Rich, is you get these overuse injuries. You have one joint, this elbow joint, with a relatively small muscle there. And if you're just loading it up, rep after rep after rep, it's just a matter of time before you get injured and you have this weird imbalance. You're not building your foundation and you get hurt, so it's a lose, lose, lose. So prioritizing isolation over compounds as a rookie.
All right, we're 2 down, 3 more to go each. I'll let you kick off the next one here.
Perfect. So my number 3 is similar to his second one, a little bit different, and that's ignoring injuries. Rich was kind of ignoring caution signs. I'm talking about ignoring injuries. So if I had a shoulder problem, I would keep pushing through that shoulder problem. Rather than kind of acknowledging where the problem comes from, or even kind of working around it, I would just keep pushing. Same thing with back issues, same thing with knee issues. And unfortunately, as you guys probably know, that problem doesn't go away. It just gets worse and worse and worse. I know a lot of guys in their 20s, 30s, even 40s, we have an ego. We don't want to acknowledge that we have an actual injury, so we just push through it because we're tough. But trust me, guys, it's one of the dumbest mistakes you can make, because as you get older, the problem just gets worse, and then it takes more time to fix it. What do you got next?
So I have doing the same muscle groups every single day. So this goes back to my very first year of lifting when I was like 16 years old. Me and my couple of baseball buddies, probably about 3-4 of us, we used to go to the Medeville Community Center in Mississauga, Toronto, Canada area, every single day after school. And we would literally do the exact same workout circuit. It'd be preacher curls to tricep extensions to chest to back Not many legs, as you can tell, but literally it's the same thing every single day. So the mistake there was, guys, obviously if you train a muscle group, you want to give it about 72 hours, 48, 72 hours to train it to the next time. That way it's a chance to recover. If you do the same thing every single day, you're going to end up like Sean, being injured and broken down. So doing the same muscle group every single day was my big mistake.
All right, so we're 3 down. We got 2 to go. Ridge is up next.
Okay, so it's funny. Sean's gonna remember this story also, but one of my biggest lifting mistakes was I did the workout called the Murph, and I did the high intensity boot camp class on the same day when I was sick. Do you remember that day?
No, I remember you doing Murph. I didn't realize you were sick, though.
Yeah, I had a bit of a man cold going on. So the Murph, guys, if you're not familiar with it, it's basically a mile run. It's a mile run, correct?
Yep.
100 pull-ups, 200 push-ups, 300 squats, and do a mile run to finish off. Extremely tough workout. Takes about 45 minutes to maybe an hour, depending on how fast you are. So I wasn't feeling good that morning. I did the Murph. I was completely banged up. Like, I was hurting so bad. And then the next night, for whatever reason, I think one of my clients canceled. I had some free time. I decided to go to our boot camp, and I did a high-intensity boot camp class. So for the next week after, my body was absolutely destroyed. Like, think of 2 tough workouts plus sickness on top of it. I was wrecked. The mistake here, guys, is overtraining is not a good thing. Listen to your body, because if you're just going to train nonstop like me, be an idiot, that's how you're basically going to leave yourself into a bad place, essentially. What do you have, sir? I'm assuming not that exact same story.
Not that exact same story. So my 4th one is similar to his 3rd one, and that's when I was younger, and I know a lot of you guys do this as well, especially if you're still young. If you're older and you do this, no excuse, and that's skipping leg day. You do not want to be that guy that skips leg day. It's a bad look. You're going to look the way Rich does right now if you skip leg day. You don't want to be the guy with the big biceps and the shoulders and the chest on the beach with the little toothpicks. These are big muscles. You work lots of muscles. They burn extra calories. They're going to help you with your strength, your performance, your energy, and it takes a lot longer to build it up down the road. So start early, don't skip leg day, and be a champ.
Hey, for the record, I don't skip leg day. It might look like it, but I do not skip leg day. All right, one more each. I'll kick it off to Sean.
My last one, this is something that I also did when I was a beginner all the time, and that's going into the gym without a plan. It's just, you're basically throwing a dart at a dartboard with a blindfold. So yes, it's better than doing nothing. You don't have to have the perfect plan. It doesn't have to be a fancy plan, but you have to have a plan, because what ends up happening is you're gonna go into the gym and do the same exercises that you're comfortable with, same exercises that feel good. You're gonna do like Rich did before, 24 sets of bicep curls, because that's just what feels great. So have a plan, guys. Even if you're repeating the same plan over and over again, make sure it makes sense. Don't wing it. It's not going to get the results you want, and you're probably just going to do a ton of work for nothing. What do you got for your last one?
My last one, this was a training mistake for me. This is still probably a training mistake for Sean. I never did any warm-ups.
Yeah, for sure. No, I'm still guilty of that. Yeah.
This guy still doesn't warm up. So yeah, I don't want to repeat the same stories, guys, but I used to jump basically right into the workouts without really a warm-up, and my body would just be pretty banged up on top of that, because I just didn't do anything to get myself in a good position. So skipping warm-up doesn't have to be like too outrageous, but just 5 minutes. Do mobility specific drills for the day you're doing. Example, if you're squatting, you probably want to do some ankle and hip mobility to help you get you into a low position. So skipping warm-ups was a mistake for me. Still a mistake for Sean.
Still a mistake.
Let us know, guys. What are some mistakes that you potentially made in the gym that maybe we didn't? Because we made a lot. Bubbles made many mistakes in his day too, as you can tell. But let us know, guys, in the comments below, and please make sure to like and subscribe. Anything you want to add before we jump off?
No, that's it, guys. Let us know what your biggest training mistake was and what you would do different as well.
Thanks, guys.